What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Hey, I remember right before I started a YouTube channel, man, I would sit there and I would watch YouTube and I'll look at these numbers and all these subscribers and all these views. And I was like, how much money are they making? And some people would talk about being a full-time YouTuber and everything. And I said, man, all they bought a camera and a microphone and then they talking and just telling their stories and stuff. I can do that, you know. So how real people are blowing up on YouTube. It took me a little while to figure it out, and I really enjoyed it. But one of the things that was stopping real people from just talking about their life and their life experience, whatever you like to do, anything you like to do, bowling, whatever it is you like to do, a lot of other people like to do that. All you got to do is talk about it, because no matter where you at, they're going to be people way better than you, professional on different teams, sports or whatever, cooking, acting. A lot of people going to be better than you, but there are also going to be a lot of people that's not as good as you. Those are the people you're talking to, period. Case closed. The beginner. My YouTube course teaches people how to talk and connect with the beginner, because they're the ones that's going to look at your YouTube video. Bingo! You should be going viral right now. You gotta not give up. And a lot of people are afraid. They are scared. What are you scared of? Let's see. What are you scared of? People gonna talk about you. Well, they talk about me. I don't care. They talk about this guy. They definitely talk about him. Look at him with that gray hat on. Got all them clothes on. You need to go in the house. Got that funny looking microphone on your chest like you doing something. Stop. With the X on the stop. This brother right here is he's an excellent dude. Very positive. He is out trying to help people. That means he's on my team. Help people. All you have to do is talk about what it is you want to talk about and stand in grounds of helping people, not hurting people. All you gotta do is help people. That's it. And the main thing that people are afraid of is people gonna talk about you. Well, even if you don't do a YouTube channel, they're gonna talk about you. Even if you stay in the house, they're gonna look at him. He always in the house. People that talk about people are called haters, and that's their job. So without any further ado, right after this intro, we are going to see how real people are blowing up. Let's check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learned. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, y'all. You can sign up right in our description below. Sign up. I put together 4 bad. I mean, they bad, baby, because, you know, I'm going to say they bad. You know what I'm saying? I put together 4 videos, man, that y'all need to check out if you want to seriously do a YouTube channel. It changed my life. Full-time YouTubers. That's what we about. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out, man. Give him a thumbs up. And let's watch how real people are blowing up on YouTube. Here we go. Oh. Before we start, well, I should have started it. Let's start.
This video, I want to show you how real people like me and you are blowing up on YouTube. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's jump into it. So a long time, I've been scared to create content on YouTube because I was afraid.
I've been scared. See what I'm saying? By the way, when I do my reactions, I pull the video up or my team sends me the video. I haven't seen this video yet. We did 1 or 2 of his videos already. This is just our 3rd one of him that we doing. And the brother is speaking straight from the heart, and he's telling the facts just like he was. I was scared too. Nobody starts doing anything. When I first played football, I couldn't sleep the first game. When I first got into a band, the first show I did when I played with a big band, playing guitar, play bass guitar, right? I had to go home from work. I threw up. You know how people throw up when they get ready to do a big football team or whatever the case may be, and the coach throw up or somebody throws up. I thought that was bull until it happened to me. I threw up. And this is not even, it wasn't even no big show. We had some little boys and girls club. I was afraid. I was scared, but I did it anyway. And now all you got to do is just do it. Take your time and do it. Slow down. Stop guessing. You doing all this guessing and stuff, and it ain't even happened yet. I'm sorry, y'all. We're going to get to the video. But some of y'all need to hear this. You guessing at this, but what if I don't know if I'm right about this. All you got to do is stop guessing and start. Period. Don't be afraid of anything. Just start. Learn. Little by little, day by day, you're going to be learning. Here we go.
People like me and you are blowing up on YouTube. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's jump into it. So a long time, I've been scared to create content on YouTube because I was afraid that I need a full camera crew. I need an FX3 or FX30 to make content. No, times have changed. In 2026, you can literally just use your phone to create content. Just like this, just like how I do every single day. And in this video, I'm gonna break down the steps that you could take just right now today. You can literally turn on the camera and start with what you have in your hand. You got a phone in your hand. I know you got a phone. If you're watching this on TV, trust me, I know you have a phone in your hand right now and you're scrolling. So I need you to lock in. These steps are gonna help you create content just like me, anyone else, and you could blow up easily with these simple steps. Doesn't take much. I'm gonna break it down. As always, I got my notes, and let's lock in. Take a walk with me. We're gonna figure this out together because it's stick all the way to the end because it's gonna be some steps that are gonna surprise you. So the first one, and I know you've noticed it, I've done it all the time. Authenticity wins. All you have to do is be yourself. Times have changed where people want to watch those, and I always bring up Mr. Beast and his elaborate because it's an amazing feat that what he does on content when his videos. But times have changed where you don't need to have this full studio set up to create content. You could just be yourself. You can people are setting up cameras in their car like me. People are taking walks like me. People are honing in on those skills that they're good at and just creating content their way. You have to be yourself. People want to connect. You build a sense of community around connection. Like if I could align with you and you make content that based on an experience that you've seen, like let's say I had a bad experience with a phone or a bad experience with the car. I have that car, you tell your story and how you navigated it. Boom, there's a solution. That's that connection. You want to build community, Later on, you can hire an editor, things like that. You can build these crazy thumbnails and, this whole elaborate editing and, things happening in the background. But right now, be authentic, be yourself. That's easy because you're yourself. You are one of one. No one can replicate who you are. So at the end of the day, being yourself, like I'm here in the open, being myself. I'm shouting, I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm comfortable.
And it's snowing.
Do that and you will blow up tremendously because you'll build alignment around a community. And that's more important than views, money, and things like that. People, that connection. That's what this is what life is about. Experiencing things with people that you trust and care about. At least in my eyes. That's how I see it. Let's move on to the next one. Simple can go viral. Like I
Right. Simple can go viral, but all you have to do is be yourself and work on yourself. Work on your delivery. One of the things I notice about new YouTubers is they don't, you got to study your delivery and clear your throat. Make sure your throat is clear before you get on the microphone. A lot of new YouTubers speak like this. All right, y'all, I'll tell you my story and this is what happened to me, y'all, and then they 10 and 15 minutes into the video they talking like this, and then they they crying because I'm this one. Oh, sorry. Don't nobody want to hear that. YouTubers, the beginners, they always talk about they self, I, me. What you need to be doing is taking your experience and talk to them. Put them in the seat. Put them in the driver's seat and say, you shouldn't do, you should do this, and because this is how I got out of it. Boom, at the end. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, you should start a YouTube channel because it will build your self-esteem. Don't say, well, I started my YouTube channel and it built my self-esteem because, and I feel a lot better. So that's why you should do it. Huh? Yeah. You need to explain to them how you can help them. The people that's watching the video, they want to know what's in it for them. When you going to get to me? When I'm watching your video, how are you helping me? That's all I want to know. I may not say that. They're not saying that, but this is what they're thinking. Okay, here we go.
In my eyes, that's how I see it. Let's move on to the next one. Simple can go viral. Like, I I can't believe it, but I never thought I would go viral. I'm just, and it's in my eyes viral because obviously viral can mean tons of things. I thought viral for me was, 500 people watching my video. Or viral for me was like getting 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers. I don't know 200 people that I can talk to on a daily basis. So, but viral can go simple. You can do a simple thing. You can solve a problem on an iPhone. You could solve a problem on a DJI Action or DJI camera, and it could go viral because there's so many people who experience and have owned those cameras or have been through a pain point that you can solve. You can be you can do a simple color grade or do a small, simple cinematic film and it can go viral.
Also simple. You can take one little thing that you did that's simple, that you finally figured, hey, y'all, I finally figured this out. Check this out. If everybody was doing this, then they need to, I'm sorry, man, I got something else over here going on. But simple and taught to the beginner. Step one. What's the first thing you need to do? I remember I was at work and my boss wrote out these instruction to teach people how to, they brand new laptops. Our job is I'm a computer technician. Our job is to set their laptop up. They got to put their CAD card in. They got to start, soon as it boot up, you got to recognize them. We got to get them into their emails and all this type of stuff, set up the favorites and set up everything, right? She got a step-by-step list directions. And I said, these people are not going to be able to do this. You know why? Because all they thinking about is getting their laptop so they can go and do their work. Now, here's the kicker. In the directions, it did not say put your CAD card in the computer, in the laptop. Why? Because everybody knows in order to get the computer started, you got to put your CAD card in. Everybody knows that. But this is a new computer. And I'm just trying to get it started. How I supposed? And the lady sitting there reading the direction. I'm walking back and forth. The lady reading the direction, and she got her CAD card. This her CAD card, y'all. This is her CAD. Her CAD card is in the hand. And every time I go past, she's still reading the directions, trying to figure this thing out. And I finally stopped and said, I'm sorry, ma'am, do you need some help? She said, I can't. I'm reading the directions, but I don't know what to do. And I said, well, I'll help you. Well, first of all, you got to put your CAD card in. And she said, it don't say that on the directions. You see what I'm saying? If you was to talk to the beginner and explain details step by step by step, number one, your video will be longer. Everybody who knows all them steps will say, oh yeah, he right about that. He right about that. He right about that. And then get to the end where the solution is. Then all the steps are covered. That's one of the things people skip and get straight to the point where they was having a problem and they got the solution. I got the solution. All you got to do is click. You got to click this and hold this button at the same time or whatever the solution is. Start from the beginner. Start talking to the beginner.
yourself. That ties back to the authenticity. That ties back to the authenticity piece. Doing those things can go viral. You know, setting up a camera and just putting it on a bunch of books and creating a video can go viral. Those simple things, those big production values and stuff like that, that's all seen. People are looking for connection. People are looking for ideas. People are looking for like homemade, simple, run-of-the-mill videos, which I don't think it's run-of-the-mill because I feel like I'm a big deal. And that's another thing. You got to big yourself up. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You know, sometimes it's not going to be people in the stands, and that's okay. But you being your biggest cheerleader will help you along this journey. Let's move on to the next one. I'm telling you, it's just simple. I literally just put this camera in my hand or put it down in the truck and just talk to it, just like this. You know, sometimes it's cold like the way it is now, but it is what it is. Spring is along the horizon. Now, I'm gonna tell you, ideas over editing. I do not. I repeat, a lot of people have asked me what I used to edit. If I have to edit, so be it. You know, it doesn't matter. There may be some things where, there may be some times where I may have to edit or I may not. There may be times where I make a mistake. I just made a mistake a few moments ago when I said authenticity, and I'm leaving that in. Simple ideas over editing. Do not edit. Do not edit. I have not edited. Nothing against it, but not editing. I don't want to run into somebody. I just saw him walk by and I got afraid I was going to hit him with the camera. But you know, not editing is okay. You can practice, come up with your ideas, come up with a hook, get those reps in, practice. I'm telling you, it's okay to make a mistake. Sometimes those mistakes be the best ideas, the best creation, the best bloopers, you know? Forgive me, it's so windy. It is cold out here. I need to buy gloves. I should buy gloves since I'm out here all the time with the camera. But yeah, you don't have to edit. People want that real, authentic. It's like reality TV, you know? People will connect with you and say, hey, you know what? Storm makes mistakes, or you make a mistake, and they understand that you're human. You know, editing out the mistakes is great. You know, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I came to the point where I'm okay with that. I'm cool with the mistakes. I'm cool with things happening because it has helped me grow so much. And it will help you grow because you'll just be like, you'll laugh at it. You'll correct yourself. There's nothing wrong with correcting yourself. Like, hey, you said something incorrectly. You can say, actually, well, what I meant to say, or take a pause, or just kind of just laugh it off. I laugh it off all the time. That's all right. Let's move on to the next one. There's so much. The next one is like, there's such a low barrier of entry when it comes to YouTube. Now you can just grab your phone. The cameras on the phones have gotten so much better. You can simply just point and shoot. You could use your front-facing camera because now the iPhone has a square sensor. I think the Samsung is doing the same thing. You can literally just use your phone and walk like this with it in front of you, and no one would know what camera you have. The cameras are all 4K for the most part. They're all 1080p.
Yep.
They are all, they all look good.
Yep.
You know, there's such a low entry. And the YouTube app, the YouTube Studio app, you could run your whole entire YouTube channel from your phone or your tablet. You take out the simplicity. Let me correct myself. See what I just did there? If you add the simplicity, you add the low barrier of entry, you add the fact that you don't have to, you could do simple ideas. The barrier of entry is so easy. Anyone can become a YouTuber. Anyone could create content. Anyone could take a hook, an idea, a platform, a business idea, and create content. Anyone, the sky's the limit. You can create, and talk about this all the time, y'all. You can create your own business from your phone.
Poor thing. You know, I'm going to tell y'all what the problem is. I'm telling you, y'all ready? This is so easy and so simple to do that it's hard to explain. This is how easy it is. This whole video, right? Check this out. This video is 16 minutes, 20 seconds long. You know how you start a YouTube channel? All you gotta do, I gotta look for my phone. This is how you start a YouTube channel. You pick up your phone, you go to the record app. Don't take pictures, you're gonna take a video. Pick up the phone, go to the record app, put it on video, and hit the record button. That's it. Record a video, then you upload it to YouTube. You name it something, and then you release it. That's simple. It's that simple to start a YouTube channel. Now, once you start, then you start worrying about the other things, because guess what? That's where the practice coming in. He said practice. The more you practice, you don't start off in school, in college, and then you go to the 4-year college to get a degree. And then you go to trade schools or whatever the case. You start off in elementary school. You got to learn the ABCs, put them things together, and then you got to remember the vowels and all that stuff. Then you got the alphabet, right? Then you start making sentences with these words that you done got. After the sentences, then you got a noun and verb agreement, pronouns, adjective, dangling participles. You see what I'm saying? Then you go into putting these sentences together to make theory and subjects and all this stuff. And next thing you know, you go off to college and get this degree, and then you go get yourself a job. The same thing works with a YouTube channel. You have to start. Your starting is, you want to start in junior high school. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna edit my videos. I'm gonna get all these lights and cameras and all these plugins and download the software to edit. What editing software you use? I hate when people ask me that. We use Final Cut Pro. Are you happy? You ain't gonna buy it. Why are you asking me what? Nah, cause everybody say Adobe Pro is better. Well, do you have it? No. We use Final Cut Pro for all our major editing stuff. What's the difference? We talked about YouTube. It ain't no big difference. What you trying to do, a Hollywood movie? Boy, you got a lot more to worry about than a daggone software when it comes down to doing a Hollywood movie. Camera angles, all this type of stuff. The camera, you ain't got a camera good enough to shoot Hollywood videos. I can go on and on. But my point is, the simplest thing you need to do is start.
You can literally do everything from your phone. This device right here, I'm sorry, you're sitting with a phone in your hand. This device right here can help you create content. Not necessarily the same exact one, but any device that has a camera. Most phones have at least 2 cameras, 3 cameras, and one in the front. There's AIs all over the place when it comes to noise isolation, so there's no excuse. Obviously, you can get a mic. These are $50, $20. You can get tons of microphones on the internet. But like I said, the entry is so easy now.
Very easy.
I saw a YouTuber filming content on their iPad Pro with their iPad camera in their home. There's no excuse. Create the content because the barrier of entry is so low now.
Very low.
Now, the next one is you got to experience it first, right? You got to take that plunge. I can make these videos and tell you to create, but it's up to you. You got to take that chance and run with the fact that you can do it. You got to go and say, I'm scared of stage fright. I'm going to do it. I'm scared to talk to the camera. I'm going to do it. Record videos. Don't post them. Do it for a week. Watch them back. At the end of the week, do it over and over and over. At least for a week, and let me know what you think. Try that. I
say the same thing. I think I'm probably up to 200, 300 videos, and this is after 7 years. 300 videos that I have not posted. I sat there and talked and said all kinds of stuff. Hey guys, what we gonna do? And I'm like, God, there's some good points. Video too long. I'm trying to not talk I talk too much. Drive the point home, turn the camera back on. I talk too much. That's why I started the growth formula, because once I know something, I can talk about it. But now I got to learn how to, here's the point, drive it home, get off of it. Keep saying the same thing over and over and over again in different ways, trying to make sure you get the point. Don't do that. Here we go, y'all. This fun though. It's a lot of fun.
Sitting with the phone or the camera at the desk and being afraid to create the content, why not just grab the camera and just record? You know, I want you to watch my videos. I don't want you to stop doing that. However, if you continue to watch the videos and not take action, you got to take action. You got to be, you got to believe in yourself. I believe in you. I've done this. I'm nobody special. I'm a regular guy. You know, I have a 9 to 5. I'm just using an Osmo Pocket 3. Before that, I used my phone to make videos. You can do the same. Don't be afraid. It's going to be hard. Everything is hard if you never tried it before. But once you get experience, you get those reps. My friend is always telling me, you got to do those 10,000 reps before, you know, you can move on to the next. And
how hard was it to drive a car? I think it's safe to say that the average person that's watching Uncle Mike trying to think back, trying to do a YouTube channel, think back when you first got your driver's license or it was time to learn how to drive a car. But see, you wanted to drive that car because you want to impress your friends. You want your license. You want to be able to go anywhere you want. But driving a car is kind of difficult. You got to keep that thing on the road. You got to turn and make it back it up. And man, come on, man. Driving a car is complicated. But guess what? You start getting the hang of it. Next thing you know, you don't have two hands on the wheel. Now you texting and driving. I drive with my knee, no hand for a long time while I'm eating and driving. Come on now.
Grow. And the same thing with muscle, same thing with everything else. You don't just automatically just touch a product and understand how it works. You have to experience it. You're not going to understand how content creation works.
And what makes it so bad is what he's saying and what we are saying is you already know this stuff. You already know this. You know it takes time to learn anything. If you want to learn how to play chess, God, that's a hard game to play. Checkers, all the pieces move the same, but in chess, all of them move different. You got to remember how each one move. The king only move one spot at a time. He can move all over the place, but one spot at a time. The queen can move all over the place too, but she can't cut corners. But the horsey can cut corners one time. But you got to learn this stuff. All you got to do is learn it. We know this. Y'all know this.
You're not going to
to learn it.
You're not going to get comfortable in front of the camera if you've never done it before, unless you're a natural, and that's, that happens sometimes. But realistically, you have to get the reps and you have to try. There's no other way. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, I know everyone likes to make money, right? I like to make money. There's nothing against money. I almost fell right there. But, trust drives monetization. Everyone wants to make money, but if they don't trust you, how will you get the views? If they don't trust you, how will people come back? If they don't trust you, how are you going to sell merch? If they don't trust you, how are you going to sell products? If they don't trust you, how are you going to do any of these things? Trust drives all of that. Once they trust you, showing up when you're making those videos, being consistent, being yourself, and being simple, that drives trust. That's how you can create monetization in the long run. That's how you're gonna make things happen here. Build traction, build momentum. Obviously, listen, I got nothing against money. I love money. I love to make money. You work hard, you should get paid for the work you do. But what ends up happening, if you don't build trust, it doesn't come genuine. You're not gonna be comfortable. You're not gonna be happy with the money that you make, after doing all of these things. You're not gonna be able to do that and be happy. Because the thing is, I like to walk away, let's say I do a job or something like that, or if I'm creating content, and be thankful for it and be happy and actually feel comfortable. Like when I turn off the light after working my 9 to 5, if I'm not happy being there and doing right by customers, how would I sleep at night? I feel comfortable in the fact that I've actually done a day's pay of work, and that's creating genuine content here on YouTube, since we're talking about that in this video. Like, you have to be able to be discerning about it, right? Be genuine, be yourself, be who you said you were gonna be. When you create that channel and you said you wanted to create that content, the bottom line is this. You said you wanted to create around automotive, food, experience, vlogging, travel. Do that. Show up and be that person you said you were for your audience. That's how you build real monetization and trust. Let's move on to the next one, y'all. We're powering through these things. And I want to say, before I move on to the next one, I want to say thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. We got some We got some noise in the background, but that's all right. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have made it to 6,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for every click, every like, every comment, everyone who told me their story, everyone who was here. It means the world to me. You know, I never thought I'd be here today. If it wasn't for y'all, it wouldn't be possible. Trust me with your time. Trust me with your stories. Trust me with sharing a piece of who you are to me. And I'm telling you, we're just getting started. This is not the curtain call, man. We got more to come. And trust me, I'm taking y'all all with me. I want to give back, and I will continue to do so. And I got some things on the roadmap ahead, but do me a favor. As I always tell you, drop a like on the video, subscribe. We are on our way, can't believe I can say this, to 7,000 subscribers. Appreciate every single one of y'all. All right, let's move on to the next one. We are powering through these. It's a little bit of a longer video because there's a lot to unpack. And this this is the last one.
A lot to unpack.
In the realm of AI and stuff like that in the world, but I'll break it down. You know, tools shouldn't replace you. You know, tools shouldn't replace you. You know, ChatGPT, you know, your actual feelings and words in the description and comments and stuff like that. You know, cameras don't replace who you are. You know, you can use an iPhone 8, an iPhone, whoever, a Samsung Note 1, or whatever it is. That doesn't replace who you are at the other end of this lens. Creating that content, you need to be yourself, being genuine, that connection. There's so many AI things happening in the world, and I'm not against having tools that support you in your workflow, make things easier, or help people in need across the world. You know, AI is great, but it's used responsibly. However, you cannot replace this conversation. You can't replace those emotions that you feel when you create a video or connect around an experience that's tough for you. You can't replace those moments with your family that you share, or that trip that you finally did, and that camera you actually bought, and you finally decided to go all in on creating content on YouTube. You have to lean in on you. And with that being said, those things are not replaceable. You are not replaceable. Your stories are that genuine feel when you watch a video, you're like, damn, I'm compelled to want to do more and create more. You know, I want to change as I always talk about in this part of the video, I want to change my family tree. I want to do things that I said I would do. I want to do so much, but if you can't do so much if you don't start. You have to create. You have to just record. Don't edit if you don't feel like editing, because I don't. But that brings that connection real. It makes me feel like I'm walking here with you. Like I said, be yourself. You know, you can blow up as a real person, a regular person, a small YouTuber. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video, man. If you made it all the way to the end, I still can't believe it, man. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace.
I should do a video on how can a beginner start being a more advanced YouTuber. That's what I should do, because as a beginner, you're all over the place trying to get all the information you can at one time, and you need to just be a beginner for a little while. I remember I'm into music. I do music and stuff, and I remember a beginner producer. I was one at one time too, and I was teaching somebody else how to produce music and how to produce other people, artists, recording artists. And this person said to me, but see, you get to work with people that really know how to sing, and you get to work with this person. You get to work with that person. And I told them, I said, well, because we are moving in a more advanced, you want to work, you're an amateur beginner producer, but yet you want to work with somebody that really know how to sing. And they're going to be looking at you like, he don't even know what he's doing. But you want to work with somebody that really know how to sing, when your job should be helping somebody who don't know how to sing hit the right notes. If you can teach and educate somebody how to become a better singer, how to become a better food maker, repair the car, whatever your niche is. Your job is to teach the beginner how to become better. Once you figure that out, you're no longer a beginner yourself. Man, y'all still don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. I'm going to call you back on that one. Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike, hold you so. Peace out.